don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already! Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. We've got
Hey, Tasha, can you believe I'm on time, Tasha?
And new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
Hey, what up, Marcus? Check. What's going on, Marcus? Thank you, man. Happy Monday to everybody. We got some history in the building. Yes, Sonya. Happy birthday to you, Sonya. We're going to shout you out for your birthday, old lady. Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building. So you got to do something else?
You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How?
You can't hear me, Tasha?
Payments, fraud.
Can you not hear us?
Charge-offs, student loans. They do it all.
Yeah, Sonya can hear us. That's you, Tasha.
To 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power.
Bet, Marcus. Thank you, brother.
108.9. What up, Craig?
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current
events,
you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously.
Did not mean to do that. My bad, Joy.
108.9 is the website. Hey, we got an awesome show for you today. Power. We got to shout it. 108.9.
Hey, Robin. Good morning.
Got some super duper cool people.
With Michael and friends. So much power.
Mornings with Michael and friends right here on Power 108.9. Hey, got an awesome show for you today. Got some cool people hanging out with us today. As a matter of fact, today is the 10th of February. I don't know why they put all those letters in the word February. Like, I don't know why the Y is in February. So we're going to have to figure that out. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot of cool people hanging out with us today. What up, Mr. Murray? What's going on, sir? Hey, today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. For more information, all you got to do is visit her website.
What up, Mr. Murray?
TeamToddRealtyGroup.com. Hey, Tasha, you see, I just played that sound. Everybody else can hear me except you, Tasha. Sorry, Tasha. You had to figure it out. Sorry, wifey. That's my wifey. She said she can't hear, but everybody else can hear. I'm sorry. No personal service over here, Mrs. McFadden. Hey, today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd. I told you got some cool people hanging out with us today, and we got a whole bunch to talk about today. Like all the information from the Oscars. Nah, I'm just lying. We are not talking about the Oscars. I don't think it was no black folks represented. I don't know. Did the sister win last night for Harriet? Does anybody know? Okay, we'll just do our research. Our research consists of just going online. That's our research. Hey, we got a lot of stories to talk about today. I'm going to tell you about this church that they said, yeah, it's very important for you to pay your tithes. That's why he's sitting on $100 billion in his church. But I will tell you about that. Also, if you've ever been to London, Heathrow Airport, well, guess what? A 747 got there in the fastest time ever. I'll tell you what that time was. Well, they was getting it on. Also, Bernie Madoff said he needs to be let out of jail. We'll see what he whining about over there. Gabrielle Union is suing Simon Cowell. I'll tell you about that. Larry King is in the news. The reason Larry King is in the news is because he talked about like this young lady that he married, but they couldn't stay married because of their religious beliefs. We'll talk about that too. See if can you stay married even though you got different religious beliefs? We'll talk about that. AJ, this dude named AJ. Come on, AJ, you didn't know that? Dr. King estate was not really his estate. Somebody found a letter and they put it up for auction. I'll tell you what the letter said. What else? I told you we got a lot to talk about. We got your national days, your on this days, and we got all that stuff for your birthdays. And shout out, happy birthday, Sonya. Sonya's celebrating her birthday today. So we'll talk about that. Hey, don't go nowhere. It's Mornings with Michael and Friends. We got some cool brothers in the building. For that Cedar Grove, shout it. Mornings with Michael and Friends. Power 108.9. Let go.
This is your new favorite internet radio. Power 108.
Tasha, why you don't have no sound? Because everybody else can hear. Hold on.
Answer that, don't you?
Her website,
What up, Mr. Murray?
teamtoddrealtygroup.com. Tasha, you see I just played that sound.
Someone wants to tell you something.
Tasha, I think it's your volume on your phone.
Oh, come on.
Y'all good,
Answer it
brothers?
already.
All right, hold on one more time. There you go. Y'all good?
Good.
There you go. Yeah. He said I'm good. He said it all loud the first time. Second time, he's like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Hit myself now.
We've got new shows, new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
KEI in the building. Shout out to you, KEI. I'm just going to pronounce the letters of your name. It's easier that way, sis. What's going on? What up, Coach? Welcome back, Coach. When did they all become politicians? All about rappers. Also, Brad Pitt went in. Brad Pitt went in on the Oscars last night. Kim and Kanye. I was wondering, I saw a picture of Black China. I know Key. I was just joking. Black China was at. How the hell she get tickets to the Oscars? What am I doing wrong? Lord have mercy. Key, what's the name of that movie you got on Amazon Prime? Put it up there for us so we can support your movie, sister. I don't want that. Coach, what's going on? Oliver Adams, Power to Live. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Got an awesome show for you today. Got some cool people hanging out with us today. As a matter of fact, today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. For more information, you can visit her website, teamtoddrealtygroup.com. Nikita will be here hanging out with us today, as she does always. Also, I got some cool brothers hanging out with us. Marvin and Alan are in the building. They're actually the grandsons of the late Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese. I'll tell you about Dr. Reese's and Dr. King and Selma and SCLC. I'm going to tell you how all of that stuff came together. And speaking of SCLC, I bet y'all, a lot of y'all did not know that. I'm going to tell you the story about BTA back in the day. I graduated from Doug High Shouting.
Okay.
West Side.
Okay.
We're gonna talk to those brothers today. Actually, they came in and brought me a book too, Selma's Self-Sacrifice. I appreciate that. Last night I stayed up a little bit. Not too long, because y'all know how I am. Who Killed Malcolm X? That documentary that they got on Netflix. I stayed up watching that last night. You saw it, bro?
I haven't seen it, but I got to watch it. I saw it pop up last week. It was coming out.
Yeah, so I got a chance to check that out. So Marvin and Alan are in the building. I'm about to get into some stories, but Marvin,
Yes.
Allen, which...
You got
Al, I got it right the first time. Yes, it's that old age, boy, that be getting me. Shout out to you guys, man. Welcome to the show. Cedar Grove representing out here.
That's right. Cedar Grove Saints.
Cedar Grove
State
Saints.
champions.
Oh, y'all what?
Yes, sir.
And what, football?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Where'd y'all grow up? What area y'all grew up in?
Ellenwood.
Oh, okay. Over that 285.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boulder Crest.
You got to go the other way, around the other side of 285. Shout out to, but congratulations, y'all. What up, Brian? What's going on, sir? Congratulations on that new property, man. I'm sorry, I had to shout out my man, Brian. He over there living like Diddy nowadays from that big hill. Shout out to you. But I have a book in my hand. It's called Selma's Self-Sacrifice. And this book was done by you guys' grandfather, right? Tell us a little bit about your grandfather, man.
My grandfather basically was a civil rights icon, man. A lot of people don't know he was the leader of the Courageous Eight.
Okay.
And that is the group who invited Dr. King to Selma.
Ooh.
The SCLC couldn't just show up. They had to be officially invited.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my grandfather was the president of the Dallas County Voters League. That's the league they got. the SCLC, and SNCC, John Lewis's group, to Selma too.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they weren't playing back then. You just wasn't gonna run up in Selma.
You couldn't run up nowhere.
Yeah,
That's right.
And with that movie, it kind of changed the game though, right? Because we all know how things turned out.
Yeah, that's right. It led to the 1965 Voting Rights Act.
Okay.
So.
What about your grandfather? Now you had an opportunity to meet your grandfather,
Oh
right?
yeah, he just passed 2018.
2018.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know the stories and conversations
yes,
were
sir.
amazing with him.
Golden.
Yeah. when did you guys begin to appreciate who your grandfather was?
I gotta say, middle school. Yeah. I knew who he was, but as I grew, and you start realizing how this world is, you start realizing the significance of him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah, kind of, because I would see sometimes it would be the little things. We'll go to KFC and Selma, and he'll try to pull out his wallet to pay for the chicken. They'd be like, "No, Reverend Reese." And so smaller, you kind of why didn't want to let my granddad pay for the chicken?
Yeah.
Because they understood what he did for Selma.
Gotcha.
And as you get older, then you see the significance he had in getting the movement there. Because Selma is only so big, so a lot of people got to ask why would, if they want to get something done so big, would they go to a small city like Selma?
Right.
Because Reverend Reese had already had the groundwork.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and
Yes,
that
sir.
changed the game for Selma. Unfortunately, I've only been to Selma one time. I was supposed to go this week on some work-related stuff, but unfortunately, the first time I went to Selma, I had to bury one of my friends, Michael Knight, the famous fashion designer. His funeral, he was from Selma also. And even the little time that we spent in Selma, like, I just felt the hit, like,
Yes, sir.
history in
Yes,
that
sir.
in that city, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What about y'all? How is it going back down there from time? I mean, being from the A.
Our whole family there, man.
Yeah.
You know, mom and dad's side. So we got a big family, so we always in Selma.
Yeah,
That's
when we
hard.
talk about Black History Month and celebrating legacies, like your grandfather's name is probably one of those names that don't come up.
It
Correct.
don't?
Correct.
Well, let's be honest. The reason a lot of this came about when I was in elementary school, man, at Cedar Grove Elementary, in the county, in Ellenwood. We used to open the history books when it's time in February, and so we used to open the book. So that's my grandfather. Oh man, no, that's not your grandfather. That's not your grandfather because it's not a name.
Okay.
So they couldn't put the correlation between Alan Reese and Frederick D. Reese because it's not a name, just a picture. So as I gotten older, what I used to call my granddad and say, "Hey, granddad, they don't believe it's you in the book." He used to show up to the
Shut
school.
up.
Show up
Shut
to the school.
up.
So it's like, wow. So when I got older, I started realizing that, granddad, I'm kind of tired of that.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing your name at the kneeling picture,
Wow.
the front line and stuff, and people don't know the history behind who you are to the movement.
Wow, that's awesome. He used to show up like 2 Chainz.
That's right.
2 Chainz coming back to call it Paul, shouting like, oh, that is awesome. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk more about the book. We're going to talk about what these brothers are doing to keep the legacy of their grandfather alive. We're going to talk about that. Tell you, they can still get a copy of this book too, can't they?
Oh, yes, sir.
Of course.
Yeah, you can check out the book. It's called Selma's Self-Sacrifice. Now, we got a library here. So in our library, we let people lease books. Like,
Okay.
you got to put a $20 deposit down because, you know, they be tripping and don't want to bring your books back. So
There you go.
once I finish, I'm going to put it over there so everybody can check out. Hey, when we come back, I'm going to tell you about this church, man, how much money they sitting on. They say, please, Ty, because we need your money. Also, speaking of SCLC, there's a special piece of Martin Luther King's memorabilia up for sale. It was a handwritten note where he shares his personal definition of love. He wrote on the letter, he said, "Love is the greatest force in the universe. It is the heartbeat of moral cosmos. He who loves is a participant in the being of God." There was a young lady who got this letter. He wrote it to her back in the day, and somehow a memorabilia company got it. And right now, letter is looking at a cool $42,000 from Dr. Martin Luther King. So shout out to Dr. King and that lady who sat on that letter. She said, "It's gonna be worth something." It's gonna be worth something. Hey, when we come back, I'm gonna tell you about the political stage last night at the Oscars, because everybody was talking politics last night. And you ever want to get to Heathrow, London, in super duper amount of time? All you gotta do is catch this Boeing 747. Boy, they was getting the hell on. Hey, today is also National Clean Out Your Computer Day. Yeah, observed on every second Monday, in February. National Clean Out Your Computer Day promotes taking time out of your day to do some basic housekeeping on your computer. Yeah, just delete your cookies, especially after you've been on the websites all night. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Clear your browser history. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Reese Brothers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Alvin and Marvin are hanging out with us this morning. It's with Michael and Friends right here on Power 108.9. Let's go. Just clean out the last hour. Because if you clean out all of it, you're going to be suspicious. Tasha, I don't know what happened with your phone. Why you can't hear? Good break, y'all.
This is your new favorite internet radio.
Nikita gonna is here too.
You want to answer that, don't you?
Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Good morning. Hey, Anita Petty. Good morning.
Someone
What up,
wants to
Ricka?
tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on. Answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time,
When a woman loves a man. There you go, Key. Shout out to you. Congratulations. You got that movie up there on Netflix.
We've got new shows, new guests,
On Amazon Prime. I'm sorry.
new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
You're so welcome. Mornings with Michael and Friends. Power 108.9. 2/10/2020 is the date. Today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. For more information, you can visit her website, teamtoddrealtygroup.com. Yesterday, last week I saw this story about Larry King. He told people a new issue of People about his split from his ex, Sean Southwick King, last August. He said, "My wife is a very religious Mormon, and I am a atheist, so that causes little problems." Now, King is 86. At this point, he's probably said he don't care. His ex was 60, so it's a 26-year-old age gap. It took its toll on their relationship. So I don't know if it was the age gap or the fact that he was an atheist and she was a Mormon. I don't think the religion had anything to do with it. I mean, they stayed together for a pretty long time. Yeah. Do you think a relationship can survive when people not celebrate, but practice different religions?
I think it depends on the people, the temperament of the people. You know, other relationship. Be honest with you.
Little bruh, quiet over there, ain't it? Or that big bruh? Who the oldest?
Big bruh.
Big bruh.
He just let me act like the big bruh.
Right, yeah. That's how we usually do. That's how big bruhs usually do. What do you think, big bruh? You think different religions can? And
I think they can, but like you said, it depends on the people.
Okay.
You know, if you set a foundation of other things, you know, religion can be a problem if you different views.
Okay.
But I think if you got great communication, great morals, and great, you know, that can overstand that.
Got you. Oh, that sounds good. I love that answer. Hey, we asking you the same thing. Do you think if you had different religions that you could stay with another person? If one of you were anything different, Muslim and Christian, atheist, Mormon, like Larry King, Jehovah's Witness, and Seventh-day Adventist, do you think they could coincide with each other? We want to know. Hit us up. Let us know. What up, Darlene? So we hanging out with the grandsons of the author of this book right here, Selma's Self-Sacrifice, Dr. Frederick D. Reese. And shout out to Kathy M. Waters, too. It looks like Kathy contributed, too. Who's Kathy?
Yeah, Kathy's the co-author.
Okay. Shout out to Kathy. Now, when y'all read this book, man, y'all kicked it with your granddad for a while. Yeah. But after reading the book, man, did y'all learn anything new about Dad?
Oh, man.
Granddad?
Oh, man, I cried.
Yeah. Especially the first when it talks about his childhood, how he was fatherless. How he met his father really was the casket going down the street.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Damn.
He was the only son.
Okay.
Two sisters and a mother.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And that's how he learned.
That's
right.
Wow. And when we talk about the Courageous Eight, what is the Courageous Eight?
The Courageous Eight, there are 8 individuals, and they were the leaders of the Dallas County Voters League. Basically, the people look to them for leadership. So they'll get stuff started, man. Like they'll go to the courthouse, they'll have mass meetings. They laid the groundwork. So when Martin Luther King came, man, it was just easy. Dr. King came to Selma in January, man. They was walking across the bridge in March.
Wow.
So think about it. And think about this. I'm going to give you a little note. Remember, the SCLC and SNCC got ran out of Albany, Georgia.
Okay.
Okay, the Voting Rights Act tried to go through Albany. It could not succeed. Right. So what was the difference? It was the Dallas County Voters League. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we don't talk about that lead enough. You know.
And that's something that, like, for Black history, we always say, McDonald's said this a long time ago in a commercial. I'll never forget it. It was during Black History Month. They said it's not Black History Month. It's freaking American history. That's exactly what it is, and we try to separate it to that. And the thing with Selma, man, like we said, that was the foundation, and your granddad was a part of it. He made it happen.
Yeah, man, he made it happen.
It was like going to an Alex Gitwan party here in Atlanta. You can't just walk up in the gold room.
Right.
They gonna put you on that line back there if you ain't got a little moolah, no cash. What was his driving force, though, bro? What was the driving force for him to fight to get the SCLC down there?
Well, his driving force was to bring attention to what was going on. Look, we can't even have something simple as the right to vote. So it really wasn't to fight racism. It was really fighting, I just want my right. I don't care if you don't like me or not. But as a person, this is my right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we get that clouded like they fought racism. No. It was racism that was keeping them oppressed.
Right.
But they just said, look, you don't have to like me, but give me what's rightfully mine.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I've been just fascinated by, I'll be real. Fat, ain't nobody wave at you. My little brother talking about don't wave at him. I'm not waving at you, Terrius. I just recently watched Malcolm X with Denzel, maybe about 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay.
After watching the movie, like, it gave me a brand new respect for Malcolm X and what that brother's journey was.
That's right.
Last night, I started watching a documentary called "Who Killed Malcolm X." So now, I left the Malcolm X movie and all the history books thinking that those 3 brothers from New York and that mosque up in New York were responsible for killing Malcolm. But we also heard the chatter that, government officials probably involved. I started watching episode 2, and it's bigger than that, man. It's just like so many freaking conspiracies and things that the government attempted to hide back in the day. As a matter of fact, it was on this day back in I got it right here. 1989. Y'all remember Ron Brown?
Yeah.
Ron Brown became the first African American to head a major U.S. political party when he was elected the chairman of the Democratic National Convention back in 1989. But believe it or not, shortly after that, he was found, his airplane crashed. Like, I'm just thinking about all these freaking conspiracies, and we look at the power of Dr. King and what he was able to do, and your grandfather, because without that whole movement, maybe John Lewis wouldn't be. Hell, we wouldn't have the damn Civil Rights Act.
And I'm going to give you one, too. I'm going to give you one. A lot of people don't know Malcolm X was in Selma February the 4th, 1965.
Oh, really?
See, they don't teach you that. Now, go back. You can Google this now. He talked to Miss King. I'm not going to tell. I want people to go back and do their research, but see what he said to Miss King. You know what I'm saying? He was there. Martin Luther King was in jail when he went to Selma on February the 4th, 1965. He went to Tuskegee. He talked to some students in Tuskegee. He went to Selma. He wanted what his purpose was going. He spoke at a mass meeting, but he told Miss King, my purpose to be here is to bad Martin Luther King, but show the oppressor that it's another, I got my brother's back, basically, in so many words.
Yeah.
So they make it seem like so much that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X didn't really get along. But at the same time, for him to show up and say, man, I got my brother's back, the government looking like, oh, wow, these two talking?
This can be big.
Yes.
Too big.
That's like a Future and Drake album.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly.
because when we hear like in the beginning, like just seeing Malcolm and how he moved in the beginning, and then going to jail, and then him getting over to the Nation of Islam.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing with him, and I know people know the story, but we're just gonna remind you, like the Nation of Islam was just so anti-white, like. You know, to be a religion, like it just seemed like the they called the white-eyed devil, the blue-eyed devil, and all that kind of stuff. And then when Malcolm was maturing,
Right.
that's when he realized, hold on, I'm a Muslim though.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? I'm a Muslim.
He went over there to Africa and realized that Muslims come in all different colors.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you start talking about conspiracies. Like they always said they felt like the Nation of Islam, well, word has it that the Nation of Islam felt like Malcolm was getting too powerful.
Right.
And he was trying to dethrone
Muhammad.
Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
And after that, man, things just started to take a turn for the worse. And yesterday, just seeing those pictures, and they had the audio from inside the Audubon Theater, like, I'm just listening to that, like, that was freaking crazy.
Wow, I gotta go back and watch it, man.
Yeah, it's a great
I gotta watch
special.
it.
It's
Really
a great
have to
special. And hell, we're talking to the grandsons of Frederick D. Reese, Dr. Frederick D. Reese, who was very instrumental of the SCLC coming down to Selma, Alabama. And how long was it after they came down?
Martin Luther King came in January. Okay, they marched across the bridge in March. The Voting Rights Act went to the Senate in what, June?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, went to the House in June. Went to the Senate in August.
Right.
President signed it in what, September, I think.
right.
Wow.
Can't get my exact date. So, come on now.
Yeah.
It wasn't that easy. It
Right.
was the groundwork. It was the concrete that was already laid.
It's already there.
Exactly.
And we got to start talking about the Courageous Eight.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? All those individuals who laid that concrete. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop looking over different people and just getting 2 or 3 people putting them up.
Right.
Let's tell the true history and the whole history.
Exactly. Now, how cool was your grandfather with everybody in the Courageous Eight?
Oh, all cool.
Oh,
man, you
all
got to listen to
cool.
my dad tell the stories.
Oh,
Oh, my
man.
God. About how they used to come to the house and Reverend Hunter and Blackman
Right,
and all
right,
them, man.
right.
Miss Marie Foster. Man, it was just crazy.
Granddad was on the hit list.
Yeah, he was on the hit list.
FBI came to his house.
You got to hear
Really?
my dad tell that story.
Yeah.
And he told him, he said, I don't care nothing about no list. We're going to continue to still do what we need to do to move our people forward.
Yeah. And going back to Malcolm knew his days was
Yeah.
up. He knew it.
Yeah.
He could feel it. And even
Feel
when
it.
he spoke that day at the Audubon Theater, he said I shouldn't even be here today.
Mm-hmm.
He called his wife the morning of and told Betty to come down and bring the kids with her. But even when he got up on that stage, he said, I shouldn't even be here, but the people want to hear from
That's
me.
right.
And he went on anyway and did his thing, man. So I can only imagine the pressure that was on your grandfather back then and what he had to go through. Did he tell you about some of them days or were there days where your grandfather said, you know what, I'm good. I'm going to let this thing ride out?
Nope.
Man,
You don't. Nope.
never. Because and when you read the book, you'll see that was just in his blood. It was just him. That was his calling. Because after the civil rights movement, he still went on to do other things.
The first one to run for mayor in Selma.
Yeah.
One of
Okay.
the first black city councils in Selma.
Okay.
Let me tell you, a lot of people don't know he went against Walmart. To this day, the racial discrimination clause is because the boycott that was in Selma.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that because my granddaddy wouldn't say what he did.
Right.
But as his grandson, I'm like, look, we got to share to our kids, man.
Right,
This
right.
is great stuff.
So you mean to tell me the same way your grandfather was popping at KFC, probably the complete opposite at Walmart, huh?
Yeah. Picking at Walmart. Yeah, man.
Complete opposite.
Complete opposite.
He made the president come from Arkansas, man, on this private jet to Selma.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Hey man. Hey, we get some history in here today. Hanging out with our 2 cool brothers from that Cedar Grove, shout it.
That's right, it's a bro saint.
Alan and Marvin Reese, they are the grandsons of Dr. Frederick D. Reese, and we got a copy of the book here, Selma's Self-Sacrifice. When we come back, we're going to talk about more about the Courageous Eight. We're going to talk about the book, some of their favorite chapters. Also, did I mention that today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd? That's Nikita right there, y'all. Shout out to Nikita. And hopefully Gabby don't fall asleep again like she did last week because she was in here snoring last week, Nikita. You don't let that baby go to sleep at night?
We had to talk as we walked down.
Oh, okay. Say she making you look bad, keeping
I
that
know,
baby up
right?
all night, washing dishes.
No, she's probably up all night TikToking.
TikTok. Have you TikTok yet?
No, I'm trying to learn a routine right now. We practicing.
We can't wait to see that. Hey, if you got a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Birthdays are being brought to you by Coach Oliver Adams, and you know he always reminds us that true power comes from the inside of you. And once the power to live is ignited, change happens immediately. You grab a copy of his latest book. It's called Power to Live Through Obstacles, and you check it out on his website, power2live.net. What up, main event? David in the building with us. Appreciate your homeboy. Shout out to you. Hey, Mama Pearson, what's going on? In fact, just FYI, I did not wave at you. And even if I did wave at you, I'm the big brother. You ain't nothing you can do about it. And I'm going to tell you I love you on air. I love you, boy. Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday today, here's some celebrities that share that same day. Zaza Pachulia. Remember Zaza from the Atlanta Hawks? He's 36 years old. He also got a couple rings with.
Wow.
Yeah, he got a couple rings with Golden State, too. So shout out to Zaza. Also, Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black. She's 38 years old today. Yuzo Aduba. I think I said her name right. Happy birthday to her. Also, Justin Gatlin, famous Olympic sprinter. He's 38 years old today. Daryl the Moose Johnson from the Dallas Cowboys. He is celebrating a birthday today. He's 54 years old today. And I'll give anybody today $1 million if you can spell George Stephanopoulos' last name. Because he's celebrating a birthday today. He's 59 years old. On your mark, get set, go.
Stephaulou.
Unfortunately, I didn't catch that last part, so that is incorrect.
You
Sorry.
turned my mic off.
Oops. Technical difficulties. But George is 59 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to Roberta Flack. She is celebrating a birthday today. Roberta Flack is 83 years old. Shout out and happy birthday to Roberta Flack, who's celebrating a birthday. Also, a couple of belated birthdays. Got to say happy belated birthday from yesterday to Saquon Barkley. Joe Pesci celebrated a birthday. Charlie Day from one of my favorite shows, that damn Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh my goodness, that show is freaking hilarious. And gotta say, special happy belated birthday goes out to Michael B. Jordan. He is celebrating a birthday on yesterday. So, if you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you from us. Mornings with Michael and Friends and Power 108.9. When we come back, we're going to talk to Nikita Todd over there at Team Todd Realty Group. We're going to talk about this home buyer seminar that is coming up on February the
23rd.
23rd. Yes. Got it right. We'll tell you how you can hang out with. It's not home buyers, home sellers.
Absolutely.
Yes, if you didn't know. Hey, don't go nowhere. We'll be back this morning with Michael and Friends right here on Power 108.9. Wake up, let go. Hey, birthday, Sonya. Good shit, man. Y'all doing good.
What is that?
Fast flight. Yeah, I told you. I got a story right here. Damn it, I be doing my stories too slow.
Let me get some of that $100 billion on the church. You gotta let me speak on that, man.
Okay, I got you. We'll do that when we come back.
Who has $100 million on the church?
I ain't sitting on it too. Still begging for money. Not begging.
I like to hear who this is. Crep your dollar? No? Okay.
Oh shit, my bad. Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-off, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer,
Hey,
or
Jan
simply
Marie, good
love
morning.
to record
Thank y'all
current
for hanging
events,
out this
you
morning.
need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile
That's
phones
the joystick,
and tablets,
fellas.
allowing users to
the
stream and
joystick.
record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and
Hey, thank y'all
portable.
for sharing the
more
feed this
information
morning.
Or to purchase your joystick today,
Happy
visit our
Monday.
website at www.joystick.com.
Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Got an awesome show for you today. Cool people hanging out with us today. As a matter of fact, today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. For more information, you can visit her website, teamtoddrealtygroup.com. We're going to tell you about the Home Sellers Seminar that she has coming up on February 23rd. Also hanging out with us, Alan and Marvin Reese. They're in the building with us today. Their late grandfather, Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, they are continuing to speak about his legacy and the sacrifice that he made to make that Civil Rights Voting Act, Selma March, all of that shit happen. Hey, if your name wasn't on that list to come to Selma, boy, they had somebody standing at the door. You know how you go to a club at Alex Club?
The Velvet Rope.
Yeah, you go to the Velvet Rope. They be like, Nikita. Nah, unfortunately, sis, you in that line back there.
Right.
That feeling, boy, that's the worst feeling in the world, boy. You feel like you got VIP service?
Because they told you on the list.
you on the general list.
Right. GP. Gym Pop.
Man, I tried to pull that off in Vegas one year. Hey, I'm a radio dude out in Vegas. He was like, oh, okay, radio dude. How about this? Stand in that line over there.
And go in the front door and let them know that you're here.
But last year, though, shout out to me and my partner, Gerard. We just bought 12 girls with us. Hey, what y'all doing? Mm-hmm. Come with us. And we went right up to the front of the line. I was like, yo, hey, it's me and my partner. And all of them right there, they was like, all right, come on in.
Yep.
So,
Yes,
there you go.
That's the trick.
And then somebody talking about buy them a drink. Girl, bye. Oh, Tasha said, watch my language because her goddaughter ain't here.
Absolutely.
So I guess you can hear. And then you going to co-sign?
Yes. Me and Tasha, we connect.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, today is National Home Warranty Day.
Oh,
I don't know if you knew that.
No,
Yeah.
I did not.
Celebrated
Thank you for telling me that.
February 10th reminds us to protect the vital appliances and components of our home. Speaking of National Sellers, the Home Buyer Sellers Seminar that we come up. Now, home warranty, unlike homeowners insurance, covers repairs and replacement of items that break down due to normal wear and tear. Now, consider how many appliances and systems our homes require these days to protect your investments. I'll go down the list. Washer, dryer, refrigerator, HVAC, stove. They put hot water heater. You know it is not a hot water heater. It is a water heater and garage door opener. So, yeah, protect your home with a home warranty.
And I guess to add to that, the reason why it's most important this year is just because of the fact that Freon is no longer existent.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
So,
I didn't know
you're
that.
going to make sure that you're getting the upgraded systems. So you want to make sure that you actually have a home warranty this year because it's going to cost you a lot of money to replace those systems or even to add any type of coolant to your AC units this year.
Oh, no more of that, huh? Mm-mm. Yeah, remember your mama called, she used to say it'd be hot as hell. Mm-hmm. I know it was hot down in Selma, boy. It'd be hot as hell. Your mom be talking about, you got to put some Freon in there. Like, mama, who does that? Got to connect that little hose to it. Yeah, but come to find out, you got a leak in your Freon, so you wasting it. Yeah.
Right.
But I always laugh, Mal. It's not a hot water heater. You know, you hear people refer to that.
That's right. True.
And my logic is you can't heat hot water. It's just a water heater. Yeah, come on, son. Speaking of the Freon being gone, there are also are new homes now going with the tankless water heaters?
Well, I think that's more of the higher end homes because, of course, the tankless is still a relatively expensive, I guess, appliance or tool that you add to the house. So that's one of those upgrades because, of course, it promotes saving more space.
Gotcha.
So in your smaller houses, you may probably in town that are on the higher end will have that tankless option, but new homes are still doing, your regular huge water heater.
Yeah, I'll be perfectly honest with y'all today. Like, before getting into real estate and really understanding the home, like, I never realized that hot water came from that water heater. Like, it fills up with water, heats it up, and then when you're ready for it, never understand how that thing works. I just thought it just came out hot all the time. And you got to
turn that knob.
Yeah, and you got a temperature gauge on there too, where you can put it to, lukewarm or tea hot. Right. How the water be boiling. But since we're talking National Home Warranty Day today And February 23rd is right around the corner. Talk about the home sellers seminar, because so many people are so used to seeing home buyers seminars.
And so my objective for the workshop is technically for first-time home sellers, because of course if you've went through the process of buying a home, you know what that looks like, but you don't know what it looks like to sell a home, right? Right now there are a lot of people out in the industry saying, hey, don't go the traditional way, go our way, because of course we can get your home sold a lot faster. Well, there are caveats to that. You're losing money going those ways, just because, of course, there are hedge funds coming in. Hedge funds have created these companies to, hey, we're going to give you the pop and flash and the shiny new object that's in the market, and we're going to make this process easier. Yes, it can be easier, based off of whatever your perspective is as far as easy, because some people don't like to, put their house on the market and they're still living there and people are coming in and out daily. So for those people who need that, that is a viable option. However, within that option, if you read the fine print, you're losing money. And so my objective is not to sell against that. My objective is to educate you on what all the options are. I'm the traditional route. I can get you the most money because I'm now selling to the general public. We're putting your home on market and on display. However, for those people who are wanting to sell their house without going through that process, you are going to lose money. And so therefore they want to come in to flip your house really quickly. There are some things where you're going to lose. You're going to lose the equity, in your home. You're probably going to get a little money to move on to the next phase. And then there's some people who need to sell their house quickly because they're about to lose it. And that's what those options are there for. So again, it's more so of an education. And so therefore you have all of the options on the table, and to say, hey, Nikita actually explained to us what option is best for us. And so even if we choose to lose the money, we feel like we're educated in all areas of real estate and how to sell my house.
And that you had the options. And let's be real. To me, it just sounds like a 2020 version of We Buy Ugly Houses. It really does.
Right. And exactly. And so they've made it look prettier, right? Because you don't want to say, oh, my house is ugly. Nobody wants to say that their house is ugly. They want to say, oh, my house is, prime real estate. And so they came in and presented me with a great offer. So it's all about marketing. It's all about changing how you present. It's all about how you tell the story, right?
Right.
And if I can tell you that I can move you out of your house without, the hassle, let's look at and we'll see what that option is. But if you're not educated on what that looks like, to say, okay, a real estate agent can do the same thing for me.
Right.
We just have to figure out what works best for you and how we make this happen, because there are, lenders out there who will actually lend money towards your equity while you're, so you can bridge your way to the next house. You can buy that other house as long as it's within budget as far as your debt to income ratio, and you still have that same option where you don't have to live in your house while it's being marketed to be sold. So there are a lot of options that you can take part of. It's just a fact of education.
Reasons why people move. There are not a lot, but like you said, depending on the circumstances of why people move will determine how much you take. Now, some people are looking to upgrade, get a larger home. Some people are looking to downsize. Some people may be in a financial bind and they have to get rid of the house. So does that determine the price of the home?
Well, it just really depends on how quickly you want it to be sold. You can price it to sell. Anytime that I take on a listing, I price it to sell. Whether that means that you're in a good market and we're going to, recoup a lot of money in equity in your market, or it depends, I guess it depends on if you sucked all the equity out or have not lived in your house long enough to create any type of equity. So therefore we have to price it below what you purchased it for, because we're pricing it to sell. Right. It just really depends on your time. And so if you're relocating to a whole nother state or out of the country and you don't care what you lose, you just want your family to be, in the next place, then it is what it is. But if you have time and you want to just move on to the next thing because your house is being built, then there's a different strategy behind that as well too. So it's all about strategy and marketing and timing.
February 23rd, it is going down. Y'all know every Monday you can get this knowledge from Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group. But February 23rd, you can actually sit live and in person with her and see how cool she really is in real life. She's been doing this for 20 years?
Almost
20 years? Who got you in the business?
You did. On this side.
Yes. I schooled her well, ladies and gentlemen. Overcoming objections. So a client says, man, these houses are so close together. When I open my window, I can see right next door. What's to come back?
All you have to do is just close the blinds.
Close the blinds, shout. Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group is hanging out with us today, February 23rd. Do we have to register?
Actually, I'm gonna I guess put out the Ebright is what it's called.
Eventbrite?
Eventbrite.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so therefore you can get the link and then register that way.
The Ebright is right next to the hot water heater.
No such thing.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about Roger Clark. He's the head of the Assigned Peak. It's a Mormon church over there. We'll talk about that. Talk about he still needs some money. I don't know why, but you got sitting on a lot of money over there.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that?
I saw a clip of that.
All right, I'll tell you about it. Also, the grandsons of Dr. Frederick D. Reese. You talk about black history. No, this is America's history right here.
That's right.
Selma's sacrifice. We're going to talk about the courageous aid that allowed Dr. King and his crew come down and march over that bridge.
And
boy.
assist in the movement.
That's right. Assist in the. You said
right.
assist in the movement.
Assist
Yeah,
in the
assist. Like kind of like Kobe Bryant did on those passes. Well, nah, Kobe didn't pass. We know. We know that's not true. Hey, when we come back, we got more. It's Mornings with Michael and Friends. What up, Jasmine? Power 108.9. Let's go.
Let me see, can I say the book?
Yes. So that's Derek Grant.
Yeah, I heard. I was listening to it in the car.
Sorry. Hey, Key. Thank you, Key. What up, y'all? Y'all heard Nikita said she was listening in the car, shouty. Nikita got that Bluetooth jump.
I do.
She the only person I know got a Bluetooth, 8-track, and a cassette player. I don't know how you did that.
This is your new favorite internet radio, Power 108.9.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you
You and your
something.
brother co-wrote the book together.
Actually, my grandfather wrote it with Kathy Walters.
Okay. I guess I should have looked at the
Just so
book.
we're clear, that wasn't my fault.
Is your grandfather still
Next
living?
time,
No, he
lower
passed
your
2018.
voice. Don't
Okay.
text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. We've got new shows.
No, I
new
actually was
guests,
listening to you guys, and I
new
was.
events that help us
I
connect
agree.
with the
I mean, they don't tell
Follow
the
us on
entire history
Facebook and
because, of
Instagram
course,
at
you know,
Power
Martin Luther King. I guess you could
108.9.
say, in
You can
no
also
lack
go
of a
to
better term, that he was the marketer of things that were already laid down.
Updates,
to-
face
news,
of
and
Mhm.
happenings here
You gotta
at
have
Power.
faith for somebody,
Thanks for
right?
listening.
The promoter.
Right. Yeah. Not taking nothing away from
No,
him.
absolutely.
Yeah. Gotta.
Because he had his own, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But of course, to go into the other markets, you have to have foot soldiers, right? And you
Jasmine, that's my goddaughter over there asleep.
you look more.
She playing hooky from school. Nah, she not playing hooky, y'all. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. For more information, you can visit her website, teamtoddrealtygroup.com. February 23rd, it is going down. Her first home seller seminar. We'll have information up on Eventbrite in the next couple of days for you to come out and register. But like I said, you can also give her a call too if you're looking to sell your house. What's that number, Shawty?
Absolutely. You can give me a call at 404-379-6239.
Hey, I mentioned that Roger Clark, he's the head of a Mormon church, said that paying tithes is more of a sense of commitment than it is the church needing the money. Okay, I guess so he said it's more of a commitment than the church needing money. And he says that because right now, his church is sitting on $100 billion. Yeah. And they use it for investment fund to help, I guess, fund their church. So
$100 billion.
$100 billion. Yes. Wow. And he said that because of the investment funds, the secret over fear is that people will stop tithing. So a whistleblower came out and talked about the finances and how much they were sitting on over there. And he had to come out and say, hey, tithing is more of a commitment than it is us needing money. So he said that whistleblower, hey, you messing up my hustle, partner.
I know, right?
Big bro, what you gonna say about that?
Well, I was gonna turn it to our community. And I think in today's time, one of my things I want to do is tell the black church that it's time to get into the trading game. We got to stop giving our tithe, and all we do go to church and get a word. It's more that the church has to be involved in my life. What I mean is that if I lose my job, I should better go to the church. Hey, we could teach you heating and air, roofing, coding. These are the things that the church has to do. If you go back to the Emancipation of Proclamation, when we came out of slavery, it was the black church was the cornerstone of the community. Cornerstone, that means the cornerstone is the most important stone of the building. Everything comes out of that. So the black church was training people, was giving people jobs, was giving entrepreneurs money to create jobs. The church today does not have that identity. That's why the black church is not the cornerstone of the community. It's two different things. What the black church meant to the black community is different than what the white church meant to the white community. The white community had the government to do what the black church did for the black community, and we have to change that.
When did it change?
I think I would say in the 80s.
Okay.
They dropped the ball. Between 1980 and 2017, the black church brought in over $33 billion. We build great, good-looking buildings, and we have great praise and worship. Look, I'm licensed ordained minister. I was minister of music for 10 years. I'm a product of the church. My grandfather was a pastor for 50 years. He was an educator, too. So, but we have to look in the mirror. What can we do as the black church for our community?
Got you. And that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I saw the change when I first saw on 285, I saw a billboard of BMF, and then right behind it, I saw a billboard for a church. I'm like, churches out here promoting now? Like, they are, at what point do they begin to give back to the community?
And I will say, I mean, I don't know what year it was, but I do know based off of just listening to my grandparents and then, of course, my parents, and I guess you guys can attest to this, that the black church was actually a cornerstone when it helped drive the political backing, meaning financial backing for candidates. So therefore, it had a stronger position with candidates because of the fact that they were so strong, and the fact that black people gave so much to political campaigns that they were actually listened to more then than they are now.
We don't teach the church about lobbyists because when we vote, it's the lobbyist that says you can't forget us.
Yep.
See, we don't educate our people on the whole game. It's a game.
It's a game.
Oh yeah, it really is.
That's why the NRA is so strong.
We're gonna perfect it. So we gotta perfect. But the church is what that's why they say don't nobody love God like black folk. It's what has to speak for us. The church got to stand up. It really does.
I think I heard Killer Mike say, you sit down and talk to the politicians, your group sit down and talk. The question is, what's in it for me?
That's right.
What are you going to do for us?
Right. That's right.
Particular, not just because I like you, you got some great swag, you know how to speak, you did good in the debate. No, the question is, what are you going to do for our community specifically?
I'm going to give you one that my granddad used to say to us. He said, always do what is right. He said, don't do what is best because what is best for who?
Right.
But what is right goes around the table. Now, what is right might not be what is best for you individually.
Right.
But it hits everyone. That's right. And see what happens now, the politicians goes in there, they do what is best. Now, it might trigger to a couple of people, but what is best only benefits me. And it's not right. We have to have the mentality of what is right because what is right benefits you, all parties.
That's right.
Has Black History Month lost its umph?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a month. It shouldn't be a month. It should be. It's
'Cause
American
freaking history.
Yeah.
It's history. It's American history.
Wasn't they trying to? I forgot what state it was. Make
North Carolina. I'm gonna write them a letter.
Yeah, there you go.
They was trying to take. They wouldn't vote. The school board would not vote for Black history to be a part of the curriculum.
That's right. Which is ridiculous.
What is
Yeah, it's
ridiculous?
crazy. We are the cornerstone of the United States of America. If y'all did not know, yo, we're hanging out with two great brothers, man, Marvin and Alan Reese. They're actually the grandson of the late Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, Selma's Self-Sacrifice, the Courageous Eight. Fellas, I want y'all to take us back from stories that you heard from your dad and your grandfather about that day on March 7th, 1965, when those 600 brothers and sisters began that march across the bridge.
I'm going to correct. It was really 300 and some walk.
That's right.
From Selma to Montgomery.
Okay.
That's not in the history books, but it's the truth. The government only will allow that and protect that. Now, by the time it got to Montgomery, it swelled up to 50,000. But the government only would allow for 325 to march from Selma to Montgomery. We know them as the foot soldiers.
Okay.
Those are the foot soldiers. So, but the stories where they felt, my granddad particularly told us that they felt a sense of accomplishment, to be able to start something from the root and see it manifest, and see it in the physical. And so it was a sense of accomplishment, man.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine, man.
Yeah.
That was huge.
That was huge.
That was huge. And just to look at when Dr. King was assassinated, when Malcolm X was murdered, these brothers was young too. Like
Yes, sir. In their 30s.
yes, these brothers was young.
In the movement.
Yes,
It's crazy.
and that's why young people are so important, because of course young people are the ones that gather and have the drive and have the what's going on now. They have that sense of moving forward,
because I think that's our responsibility, because once we get to a certain age, we set in our ways. I think now we can begin to shape our youth out there to tell them why Dr. Reese was so important to the movement itself, because I grew up in the 70s, so every Black history, it was the same people on the wall. Dr. Charles Drew, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Rosa Parks. No, I don't even think they had Frederick Douglass. Shout out that Doug High shouted. But that's who it was all about. But now you brothers are helping us discover that there are more people behind that movement.
That's right.
And Dr. Reese was one of those brothers.
And I'm going to cut you off, but to be honest, man, you may get some backlash from it. That no, it wasn't, which is cool. I welcome that. But the thing is, we have letters,
artifacts.
We have artifacts. We have letters he wrote to Dr. King.
Wow.
We have
letters from Dr. King.
Letters from Dr. King.
Andrew Young.
Abernathy, Andrew Young. We have the 30 people that lost their job during the movement. We have a list of those names. We have people were sending money
all over
to
the world.
from all over the world, from Canada, Philadelphia, Chicago, different churches up north. And because my granddad was a president, the address was his home address.
Got you, yeah.
So they was, and we're finding these stuff, man, and it's remarkable, man.
Yeah,
it's remarkable.
that has to be awesome, being able to go through that stuff and
Boy,
see.
what you saying?
You mentioned the 30 people that got fired.
Yes.
Talk about that real quick.
Yeah, well, what happened was that because of the movement, see, the white people who was in control, they had the businesses. So if they found out you was a part of the movement, you'll lose your job.
Right.
So what happened was that they sent out national wide to say, look, we need help to help take care of these people who's losing their job because they out here standing for what is right. It was a lot of teachers. My granddad lost his job. Yeah. He was the president of the Teachers Association. He led an all teachers march. Look, the first time in world history that teachers got into the movement, nothing but teachers. They marched from the elementary school to the courthouse, and they got knocked down, and the chairman of the board of the school system fired him for that.
Wow.
So he told the dude who signed his check to step aside.
Come on, it's bigger than this. It's bigger than my money I'm bringing home. And listen, my granddad had 2 kids with muscular dystrophy. He had a wife at home. He was the only provider, but he said it's bigger than this. That's right. Still got to keep moving.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
And look at the offsprings right there, too. But
Yes,
look
sir,
at
we gotta
that.
keep moving
There
forward.
you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, the book is called Selma's Self-Sacrifice. People can they still cop this
Yes,
right here?
FDReese.com or Amazon.com. You can pick it up.
Yeah. Hey, y'all notice these brothers didn't say www. You see how they got straight to the point? FDReese.com or Amazon. You see that?
Right.
They got some great public speaking, communications stuffy right there. Hey, I had the pleasure and honor of being awarded the Women's SCLC Award back in 1989. Myself, Sean Reynolds, Kwanzaa Hall, Kobe Hall, we created an organization back in the day called Black Teens for Advancement, because back in the day, Mays and Doug, well, we used to get at it after them football and basketball games, but Kwanzaa brought some brothers from Mays and some brothers from Doug together, and we created. Kwanzaa was teaching us how to organize back in the 80s, and we, like I mentioned, we won the SCLC Award, and it was such an honor, man, to be sitting there with Coretta Scott King and Joseph Lowry and all the other people that were in the building. We went to Greenbrier. Shawty got us some tuxedos from Genghis back in the day.
That's old Greenbrier.
Oh
right
yeah,
there. Yes,
oh
sir.
yeah. We up there sitting on the stage eating chicken with forks and knives. But it was such an awesome experience, man. So shout out to everybody and all the founders of BTA, Black Teens for Advancement. And of course, shout out to our partner, he's a legend, Kwanzaa Hall, former city council member here in the city of Atlanta, and all that he's done. Yeah, shout out to my man Kwanzaa. Hey, when we come back, we're going to tell you how you can be a part of this home sellers seminar. And I'm going to tell you about AJ McCready. Like, come on, son. Really? You didn't? I'll tell you what he did. Hey, today is also National Umbrella Day, if you didn't know that. So, and something else happened on this day back in the day. Yes, it was on this day back in 1933 that the singing telegram was introduced by the Postal Telegraph Company in New York City. So they used to do the singing telegrams. Y'all remember them back in the day? You had a couple of those done back in the day,
No,
didn't
I've
you?
never had one
You look
done.
beautiful. Benjamin Buttons style. Shout out to Brad Pitt, by the way. I think he won an Academy Award last night. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about that and this and the Sellers Seminar, all that good stuff. It's Mornings with Michael and Friends right here on Power 108.9. Wake up, let go. Good job, y'all. Y'all are crushing it. Crushing it.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Deanna Turner, what up? Yo, Michael McFadden here. If you are a college student looking for a computer science tutor, or you want to learn how to code, then enroll into CAM School. We teaching some skills too now. CAM School.
Okay.
Yeah. Then go learn how to code. You hear it? Yeah.
Hey, man, we got to get together. You know, we have a foundation.
Okay.
Foundation.
What's the name of it?
The Frederick D. Reese Foundation.
Become a competent
And we gotta get
coder
together,
and stand
man,
out
'cause,
from your competition. CAM
ask you
School
about
will
the foundation.
solidify your computer science and coding skills. Visit the website camschool.io. That's KAMSCHOOL for a free consultation. Tell them that you heard it on Power 108.9. Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? Did you watch the Oscars last night?
No, I did not. Well, I watched the opening and then I went to bed.
Fraud, liens, charge-off, student loans, they do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's
Did you
very
watch
simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website. I was watching Who Killed Malcolm X.
I started the series. Isn't it funny how the guy who's doing it like has no like formal education?
Regular dude.
Well, he went to college.
He went to
but,
Howard, yeah.
But he's just just regular, just very interested and did all the research and knew people.
If you're a
He
content creator,
he's a tour guide for
Mm-hmm.
in DC in Arlington Cemetery. Just a regular dude,
Well, I
like
gotta check this out.
yeah.
The joystick is
I fell
an essential
asleep,
tool
you know,
for
towards
every
the
type
end of the first
digital
one, but
content
I'm gonna
creator.
go back and look
It
at it.
holds
Yeah,
two or
I just
more mobile
started the
phones or
second one.
tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple
All right, Nikita, I'm gonna come
apps
back to you, and then I'm gonna go to them.
simultaneously.
Okay.
And it's like
Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group, dedicated to helping people realize the dream of home ownership. For more information, you can hit her up on our website, Team Todd Realty Group, or they can give you a call, like right now, can't they?
Yeah, actually, they can give me a call right now at 404-379-6239.
Some people think somebody else going to answer the phone like that ain't your real phone.
No,
that's why you got two phones.
I had two phones.
I see you. Hey, there was a Boeing 747 that got the... almost cursed again. I'm sorry. That went very, very fast. I almost said, got the hell on. You know how we say it. I guess I cursed anyway, huh? Sorry about that. Across the Atlantic, touching down in Heathrow after... So a flight from the U.S. to Heathrow is about 6 hours, 6.5 hours or so. Well, this 747 did it in 4 hours, 56 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. The old record was 5 hours, 13 minutes. But what happened was there was this jet stream that was pushing it that helped that plane get up to 800 miles an hour.
Good Lord.
Man, traveling over. It was a British Airways flight. Yeah, they did 4 hours, 56 minutes, man. That thing was rolling, boy.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. You be so mad, you think you're going to watch 3 movies on the plane. They be like, all right, hey, put your seat trays up and all that good stuff. So, yeah, shout out to them. I'm looking forward. We got a couple of vacays we going on. What was your longest flight ever you've been on?
My longest flight ever, I think it was it 12 or 13 hours when I went to Egypt?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That was a nice one. Did you, how many movies did you watch?
Probably maybe 3, but I did more sleeping because we left like at 8 o'clock, 8-ish, 8 o'clock that night. And so we end up having dinner. Once you have dinner, 2 movies, you ready to
go.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it was no more than like 2 movies.
Yeah, we did Hawaii last year, which was about a 10-hour flight. It was a nonstop flight from here to Hawaii, and we went in the morning. So
it was different.
Yeah, it was a little different. But I still got me something to eat, had me a little Bloody Mary, watched me a couple of little movies or whatever, and then I was out after that.
Like a light.
Yeah. Coming back though, boy, I popped me a PM.
Did you fly at night?
Yeah, I think we flew into the night into the next morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, that was an awesome flight right there. What else about to say? Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway, hey, hanging out, Selma's Secret Sacrifice. Lil bro, you was telling me about your foundation.
Oh yes, sir. I heard you talking about code, and I was like, man, we need to get with the foundation. But the foundation, we do scholarships, back to school drives. We did tours with tots, a couple of essays to give kids.
Nice.
If you write an essay about my grandfather, you get about $150.
Okay.
Per elementary school, middle school, and high school, and college.
Yeah.
We're a young foundation, so we still finding our way, but we're going to continue to walk in the spirit of FD Reese.
There you go.
Amen.
That's my boy right there. These two right here, boy. That's straight ATL right there, boy. I hear
what
it
side
in
of
them.
town?
Ellenwood, yeah.
Okay.
Ellenwood, yeah. That's Atlanta all day. What's coming up next for y'all, though?
What's not coming
I know.
up?
We got a lot of stuff.
I'll let you talk.
Well, we got of course we want to do another back to school drive, tours for tots. We trying to do that annually.
Okay.
Man, we working on an album, Sitting Around Granddaddy.
Okay.
We want to do a documentary. We getting that in the works. What am I missing, bro?
We're doing the artifacts.
Artifacts.
Yeah, the artifacts. That'd be cool.
With Emery.
Yeah, Emery.
Talking with Emery about that.
Okay.
I'm missing something. I know we're going to get in the car and be like...
Get in the car, remember everything.
If I went down to Selma right now, I drove down, it was about 3 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours away, went down to Selma, man, and I dropped your granddaddy's name, man. What would people say about your granddaddy?
Oh, man.
Wait, make sure you have some time. If you drop his name, make sure you have some time.
Well, first, if you talk to a person probably about your age, they're going to say he whooped him.
Yeah.
Because he was a principal. He was an educator for 50 years.
Okay.
So they're going to say, man, don't nobody hit harder than your granddad.
Right.
Okay, and of course, a minister and civil rights leader. So they said, man, your granddad always stood for what was right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what he instilled in us. Always stand for what is right.
Yeah.
It don't matter how people look at you. Because right gonna stand, man.
There you go.
All day long.
All day long. Hey, what's the website again to get a copy of the book? Hey, guys, the title of the book is called Selma's Self-Sacrifice.
FDReese.com or Amazon.com.
There you go. Nikita's hanging out with us, too. February 23rd, it is going down.
It is going down. It's actually going down in my office in Buckhead at the Keller Williams Realty Buckhead, 3650 Habersham Road in Atlanta, Georgia. And I don't remember the time. I'm sorry, but I think it's like maybe 11:30, 12:30.
Okay.
Gotta go back and look at it.
I'll be asleep by then.
To be Pacific.
That's how they say it in Selma.
No, but again, just to tell you the reasons why we're doing the home sellers workshop is just because there's so many first home buyers that are miseducated or misinformed as to how to sell their house properly, whether that's quickly or the traditional way. You just need to be educated about that process, and then of course to move forward. And I can help advise you in either process.
That's what I'm talking about. TeamTideRealtyGroup.com is the website, or you could just give Nikita a call. What's that number?
Absolutely, you can give me a call at 404-379-6239.
Hey fellas, I got a contact for you too. Key is on the line. She has a movie on Amazon Prime right now, man. She said she want to link with y'all. So yeah, make sure y'all get her contact information. So shout out to Key. Thank you very much, Key, for doing that and looking out for our folks. Y'all know when y'all hear that sound right there, boy, y'all know what that means. It's time to play some This or That. One of our favorite parts of the show. As a matter of fact, This or That gives our listeners an opportunity to know our guest a little better. As a matter of fact, let me see who is. My producer is handing me an envelope right now. And it looks like Marvin. You are in the hot seat, Marvin.
Okay.
For this edition of This or That.
Let's go.
Like I said, This or That, man. It's just a little fun little game we play so our guests can know you better. However, it's also a contest between your brother and I to see who knows you best.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been knowing you for approximately 69 minutes. I'll say 79 minutes. About 10 minutes before the show. He's been knowing you for how long?
Well,
all my life.
All his life. So.
Right, basically, for a long time. So he should know you best and win this game. However, sometimes you just don't know, man. Your family members be tripping. So you guys grew up in that Cedar Grove area, Ellenwood, over there on that side.
Yes.
Now, growing up, did y'all have y'all cereal in a pantry or on top of the refrigerator?
Oh, top of the refrigerator.
On top of the refrigerator. They had no money, Nikita. They was out there in Ellenwood. Yeah. We had it on top of the refrigerator.
Of course.
Nikita's always been in the pantry. Always been in the pantry. Gabby, where y'all cereal at, Gabby? In the pantry or the refrigerator? Pantry. See what I tell you? What I tell you, it never fails. Hey, so here's the deal, brother.
Okay.
I knew you was coming on the show like 19 months ago, so what I did was I created some questions, and we answered the questions based off what we think you will say.
Okay.
All right, so here's the deal. And we keep a score. It's a contest. So let me see. So this Alan and Michael. All right, there we go. So you wake up in the morning. You got 2 boxes of cereal on the table.
Okay.
One is Frosted Flakes. The other is Captain Crunch. Which one do you choose?
Frosted Flakes. Frosted
Flakes. Okay, so that's one. How about this one? Cheetos or Cheese Puffs?
Cheetos.
Cheetos. 2. All right. Okay. How about this one? Mexican or Italian? And we're talking food, not women.
Me, Italian.
Italian. All right, so bam, that's 3-2. Your brother picked Mexican. It's all good though. How about this one? Lemon pepper wings or hot wings?
Oh.
From the A.
The hot wings.
Hot wings.
Really?
Ooh. 4-2 is the score. Michael is in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. All right, how about this one? McDonald's fries or Chick-fil-A fries?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Okay, we both had you down for McDonald's. That's fine. 4-2 is the score still. How about this one? Cruise vacation or destination vacation? Cruise vacation. Okay, little bruh. 4-3 is the score. I'm still in the lead, though. How about this one? Vegas or Miami? Vegas. 5-3 is the score. Michael is in the lead right now. Hey, I'm telling you. All right, how about this one? Got a real hood question for you.
Okay.
Grape Kool-Aid or red Kool-Aid?
Red Kool-Aid.
Red Kool-Aid. Okay, so that puts... Okay, so right now the score is 5-4. I'm in the lead right now. But don't worry about it because this is the bonus question.
Okay.
And because we are celebrating the birth of one Roberta Flatt...
Yeah, legend.
The bonus question... Yes, legend. The bonus question is going to be worth 83 points today.
Okay, yeah.
So, you brothers have a lot of positive American history, man, that you guys are sitting on, man. I appreciate y'all, definitely. One, the name of the book is called Selma's Self-Sacrifice by their grandfather, Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese. Also talk about some projects that you guys are working on for 2020. Yeah. So let's just say, we just had a book release, an album release, an awesome function that we put together. But after the function, you don't feel like driving home. So we hand you the trap phone, and the trap phone ain't got but 3 telephone numbers in it, right?
Okay.
Who are you calling to drive you home? Is it Chili, T-Boz, or Left Eye? For 83 points and the win, who are you calling to drive you home? Chili, T-Boz, or Left Eye?
I'm gonna have to go with Chili, man.
Chili for the win.
Chili.
Ding, 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 ding. Little bruh came through. Yes, he did. Shout out to you, man. Congratulations on the comeback, boy. I sure had you down for Left Eye. Hold on. Don't go too fast. My producer is handing me an envelope. Damn, man, these rules, man. According to Rule 747-56.13150, if you are sitting to the left of Nikita Todd of the Team Todd Realty Group, you are not eligible to win the game, man. So, are you sitting to the left? No, he's sitting to the left. Oh, man. Unfortunately, man. I'm sorry, man. These damn rules, man.
I like that one.
Hey, but real talk, man. Congratulations on the book, man. Congratulations on continuing your grandfather's story, man. For our listeners out there, man, what do you want people to know about your grandfather?
I want the people to know that my grandfather stood for what was right. He wasn't a person he wasn't about the glory. He was about what was right, and that's it, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
There you go. And you can grab a copy of, you wanted to add something, big bro?
Well, one of the things he always said was don't throw in the towel during the night, because they gonna break. And he lived by that. He never gave up.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, guys, the book is called Selma's Self-Sacrifice. I'm looking forward to digging into this book. And how can they get it one more time?
fdreese.com or amazon.com.
That's right. Hey, Nikita, can you do me a favor? We can't let our guests go without a gift. We'll give them a
one or
gift.
two.
Just one. Yeah. I mean, he lost, so, it's fine. Yeah, so congratulations, man. Yeah, we didn't want you to leave empty-handed, so shout out to you. Yeah, we don't want you to drive home a loser. So at Power, everyone's a winner. Yes, it's a participation trophy right there.
Welcome to the 90s.
Yes.
Right.
February 23rd is going down, Nikita, a seller seminar. Tell us about it.
Yes, the home seminar is going to be at the Buckhead location for Keller Williams, and that's 3650 Habersham Road, Atlanta, Georgia. And you'll get further details and able to register on Eventbrite this week.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, I got to tell you about my man AJ, and I'm just going to assume that AJ is a Caucasian brother. Why do I say that? Because he moved into an apartment recently, right? He said he smelled something horribly. It was freaking disgusting, the smell that he had noticed. And not only that, there were stains running down his wall where he thought, man, where are these stains coming from? Well, come to find out, after authorities were called, there was a dead body upstairs in the apartment that was decomposing for over 2 weeks, and he didn't realize that the stuff that was running down the wall was blood. Caucasian brothers, man. The smell and the blood running down the walls. At no point did you say
it might be even a dead animal. Still, it doesn't
whatever.
matter.
Right, right.
That's true.
Oh wow, the stain keeps running down. It actually looks pretty good. I can only imagine.
He must have been high.
He must have been. So, hey, if y'all missed any of today's show, don't worry, because you can go to YouTube right now. Well, not right now. Maybe in about 15, 20 minutes or so, and check it out. Brothers, thank y'all very much, man. Awesome representation, man, of your grandfather, man. And shout out to Selma. I got to make a trip down to Selma to hang out, because I told you last time I went to Selma, it was for Michael Knight's funeral. Remember Michael Knight?
Wow.
Yeah, we went down for his funeral.
And was he from Selma?
Yep, he was.
Okay.
Yep. So we gotta we going back down that way soon to do that stuff. So hey, what else? Did I already say bye? Did I say go to YouTube?
Yeah,
I
you
said
went
all
to
that.
YouTube, yeah.
Bye. Hey.
Have you guys been to